Hello! Today we're going to look at how to use Arthea on the Oculus Go. I'll be assuming two things before we start this tutorial. The first is that you have an Oculus Go. And the second is that you have Arthea installed on your Oculus Go. With that in mind, let's take a look at the headset. The Oculus Go comes with two components. The first is the headset itself, which is what you wear on your face, and the second is a controller. The headset has a few buttons. There's a power button, some volume buttons, and then there are some ports on the side where you can charge it and plug in an aux cable. The controller has a few buttons as well. There's a trigger, there's a back button, and there's an Oculus button. Finally, there's a touchpad where you can actually move your thumb around and control various menus and interfaces. The touchpad's also a button, so don't forget to click it. Now, we're going to get started by pushing the power button on the headset and holding it for a few seconds. With that, we should be good to put the headset on. Once the headset finishes loading, you'll see a series of menus. The one directly in front of you is the Content menu, and the one below it is the Navigation panel. There are a series of options on this panel that will help you navigate throughout the headset. In your hand, the controller is visualized, and you can see a laser pointing out of it, which is used to select items. Point at the library and pull the trigger to select it. Here you can see a variety of apps we have ready to use. Point at Arthea and pull the trigger to open it. Once in-app, we can see the variety of files we have access to displayed on this menu. Our controller has changed appearance to indicate various tools we have access to, and we're now in the Arthea virtual space. I'm going to open up this file by pointing at it and pulling the trigger on the controller. I'm then going to hit the back button on the top of the controller to close the menu. By pointing at the model and pulling the trigger and holding it, we can move it around. See my hand rotate and the model rotate with it. To use other tools, you press the center of the touchpad on your controller. This will cycle through the three options you have available. To select the model to manipulate, point at it and trigger once and release. It will change color. We'll start with the translate mode. Slide your thumb up and down on the controller to move the model away and towards you. The next mode, rotate, you can slide your thumb up and down or left to right to rotate the model in various ways. Finally, the scale mode can be used by moving your thumb around the circumference of the touchpad, clockwise scaling the model up and counterclockwise scaling the model down. The arrows on the left and right side of the controller are the undo and redo buttons. Simply tap them once to undo one discrete action or redo one discrete action. Finally, if we're interested in removing the model from the scene, simply point at it, hold the trigger, and put it in the trash can.